In the quiet wilderness of northern Michigan, a young woman was preparing for the ultimate gift, her baby. Her name was Rebecca Park, and she was just 22 years old and days away from giving birth to her son. She was 39 weeks pregnant. I've spent 14 years of my career as a nurse working in labor and delivery, and I know the sacred anticipation of a life about to begin. And now I'm a hospice nurse, and I see the finality of a life ending. When a story involves a mother and a child, it carries a weight that's almost unbearable. The tragedy of Rebecca Park, a vibrant future cut short, is the kind of case that leaves a special kind of sadness. And it's a story we need to fully understand. On this channel, we explore the shadows of human nature, always searching for the truth. As someone who has spent years standing at the start and end of life, I know how precious every story is. While we dive into difficult details, please remember to approach the facts with empathy and grace, not just for the victims and their families, but for everyone around you today. Please, this video is meticulously researched and presented for educational and discussion purposes. Any speculation is clearly stated as such, and no judgment is passed here outside of the facts presented. Now let's discuss the evidence. If you have thoughts on this case, please share them respectfully in the comments below. Welcome to Left Undone, Incomplete Investigations. I'm Kathy.
And I just wanted to come home, and I'm getting really desperate at this point.
Paige Nolf says she came up with the idea spur of the moment on Monday. She says they've been desperately looking for Becca, and she wanted to keep her name in the public eye, hoping to find answers to where she is.
My brain's gone from the worst thing to the best thing, and I keep trying to just think that it might be the best thing that happened, but I can't keep my brain in that focus now because it's been so long.
Paige's mom, Jennifer Ronk, says they were planning on saying a prayer and having Paige address those in attendance. But when that time came, it was too emotional for either to speak. With today being her due date, the emotions in overdrive. Ronk says if Becca can hear her, she hopes she hears her plea.
Becca, if you're out there, we love you. We all want you home. Your nephew's asking for you.
About a dozen people came out for the vigil. They were planning on holding it where her cell phone was found in Boone Township, not too far away from her biological mom's house, and the last place Becca was seen.
So the mystery began on the evening of November 3rd, 2025. Rebecca was last seen outside a family member's home in Boone Township. This was around 11:30 p.m. She was captured getting into a dark-colored vehicle. Her fiancé, Richard Fowler, would later recount her final hurried words to her mother, saying, "Hold on, I got somebody to pick me up. This is just something I've got to do. I'm sorry." The immediate alarm was raised when her cell phone was found discarded along a remote 2-track road. And investigators noted that Rebecca, she received a $2,000 cash inheritance that same day. Now, that's a detail that suggested her disappearance might not be spontaneous. For over 3 weeks, the community, friends, family, they conducted exhaustive searches across the vast, seriously unforgiving woods of the Manistee National Forest. They were searching day after day, and then their hope, it turned into a grim certainty. The search, it finally ended not by police, but by a citizen search party. So deep within the Boone Township woods, a body was found.
We came out, we went down, we drove down as far as we thought. We got out, we looked around. And this white truck came up to us again. An older gentleman and a 20-year-old, some young boy came up and said that they needed help and wanted to show me a video. And we just had them take us to whatever the video that they wanted to show us. And the son or the young boy or the 20-year-old did not want the dad to go up, and asked if I could go up and see if it was a mask or if it was really somebody. And it was Rebecca.
And you knew at that moment that it was Rebecca?
Yes.
Are we ready to go? Earlier today at approximately 2:16 p.m., a body was discovered in the Manistee National Forest not far from here. Currently, the Wexford County Sheriff's Office, the Michigan State Police, and the Michigan State Police Crime Lab are investigating that scene. The young lady that was found resembles Rebecca Parks, a young lady that went missing on November 4th, and we are currently actively investigating that. So if you have anything you want to say, or if there's any questions.
Repeat you said appears to look like her?
Yes, appears to resemble. It resembles Rebecca Parks.
So you're not saying for sure that it is Rebecca Parks?
We cannot confirm until the autopsy is performed.
What about the clothing she was wearing? Was that similar to the clothing she was described leaving? I know there was two descriptions, but
We can't answer that.
Yeah, no comment on that.
But I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say the area that she was found in, this body was found in, was it one of the areas that had already been searched by police or from that group?
It was not searched by that group. It was no formal search party in that area. Those citizens were searching it today, and they found the body.
well, that area had been searched just by people in general, don't you think?
Yes, I think so.
And there's been a lot of hunters out in the area.
That's correct.
Do you believe that this body may have been placed there recently?
I don't have any comment on that at this time.
This is a very active investigation. There's a lot of moving parts, and we will, Sheriff will give updates as soon as it becomes available. But right now it's very active. So we have a lot of detectives and department members working on this.
Can I ask about the baby?
No comment on that right now until the autopsy is complete.
Um,
Do you know when the autopsy is supposed to be done? Is it scheduled?
It is not scheduled yet.
Yeah, medical examiner is currently on the scene, so we'll know more later on that as well.
any arrests yet?
Again, it's early in the investigation.
Any other things that you can tell us?
Unfortunately, there's nothing more. We don't believe that the citizens at large are in danger by any stretch of the imagination. It's a tragic time in our county, and hopefully this brings some closure to this awful incident.
Was she visible? Like you could just see her wherever she was found?
I'm not going to comment on that as well either at this time.
Does it appear she's been deceased since the 3rd or 4th?
And those are details, again, that we can't comment on at this time, but hoping in the future that we can comment on that.
Yeah.
But that's all the questions we're going to, unless anyone else has any questions, that's all we're going to answer today. Thank you very much.
Thanks. I don't know who belongs to what here.
The search for a missing person was now a full-blown homicide investigation. The tragedy was compounded by the swift, shocking arrests that followed. Hours after her body was recovered, authorities delivered the latest devastating update. Rebecca Parks' fiancé, Richard Fowler, he was taken into custody. And in a chilling twist that few could have anticipated, her own sister was arrested in connection with the crime. The details of the crime, the status of her unborn child, and the true motive, they're now being pieced together by the Michigan State Police. As a nurse, you're trained to help usher life into the world and to ease its transition out. But there is nothing that prepares you for the violent loss of a future. It's so sick and sad. The future. Rebecca Park was just days away of experiencing this amazing future. It wasn't just a life ended. This was a lifetime of potential, of first holidays, first birthdays, years of a mother's love left undone. When betrayal strikes this close to home, it shatters the fundamental trust we place in family and partners. The loss of Rebecca and her baby is a heartbreaking reminder of the darkness that can hide in plain sight.
Rebecca's fiance and sister are now behind bars as the death investigation widens. 21-year-old Kimberly Park now being held on a $750,000 bond, with the judge today calling her a flight risk.
Richard Fowler, Rebecca's fiance, is being held on $1 million bond and being called a threat to the community. The charges come just a day after a body resembling Park was discovered by searchers in the Manistee National Forest.
Well, Mark, Stephanie Park was inside the courthouse that's right behind me today to see both Rebecca's own sister and her fiance face a judge and charges related to her disappearance, but neither of them faces a charge directly related to her death yet. We are told the investigation continues, so additionally charges could come. But for now, Kimberly Park is charged with tampering with evidence, lying to police, and filing a false report. Rebecca's fiance, Richard Lee Fowler, faces 2 meth delivery charges and a habitual offender enhancement that could bring a life sentence.
I would appreciate all the public to just, if you see me or the kids, just nod, but do not approach us.
Yeah.
I am not capable of doing that. I cannot hold it together for the kids if
you want to stay up to date on the court proceedings for Richard Fowler and Rebecca's sister, make sure you hit that subscribe button and let me know your thoughts on this case in the comments below.